Dr. Mohammad Faisal Family Media Center. Which is a very proud and happy night for us, and I'm really glad you could be here to share it with us. Just a brief ceremony. We just want to really take a moment to thank an awful lot of people and to say a little bit about the people who made this possible. As you look around, I don't know how many people have not been here yet. Is this your first time in? Well, I think you can see that this is just an absolutely gorgeous facility. It is it's a lovely learning environment. This is a place where children will have, just an opportunity to sit down, work with all kinds of resources. What you don't see is some of the coolest stuff. It's very high tech, lots of iPads for the kids to do research, which is terribly important for the future. Mobile technology, no more, you don't see a movie screen. What we have instead over there is a movable smartboard in the back. Not quite completed yet because the one that came in the box was broken, so we're doing another one. But again, it's all mobile, and it's all so we can have lots of space, room to collaborate, room for kids to learn together, work with faculty, work with each other, and do it in a way that I think will really enhance learning for all of them. So we're excited about it. This is a culmination of a long-term project, master plan. If you've been here for a few years, we've built quite a number of things in the last 8 years. This all started in 2003, 2004, when the board of directors made the commitment to go ahead and get involved in a rather ambitious capital campaign. We were told 4 years prior to that we probably just couldn't do it. We actually brought a consultant in who said, I don't know, maybe you can raise 900,000, maybe you could raise $1 million. Well, we set the very audacious goal, of $8 million in total, starting with the first phase of about $4 million. And we went out, we talked to people about our vision for the future. People were very kind. They listened. They engaged with us. They asked us questions. They, in fact, helped us shape our future as we had these conversations. And as it turns out, in the first phase, we did raise the $4 million, which is, for Gainesville, I think, a pretty important accomplishment, and it says a lot about our community, and it says a lot about our families. One family got the ball rolling, and it's sort of a shame, but I'm glad it's here now, but it sure took a while for their dream to come to fruition. One family stepped up first. When we first started talking to people, we're looking for major gifts, and the Faisals came up with the first major gift in the campaign, and their dream was to leave a legacy of learning for Oak Hall School, because it is, at the end of the day, a learning community. And so they thought the most appropriate thing would be a media center, and that was one of our great needs in the lower school, no doubt about that, those of you who've been around for a while. And it was right there at the top of the heap of all the plans, and then lots of other things happened. Other needs arose. Certain things crawled past it or jumped past it in priority. And all along the way, this family was patient. And I really, along with all the other amazing qualities, I've got to say, I appreciate your patience. But that initial leadership gift, that commitment to the school, is what got things going here, and what really allowed us to have the kind of momentum we needed in order to do the things we're doing today. So again, this is a culmination. I'll say a little bit more about this family in just a minute. I'd like to introduce I've got a lot sort of lined up here. Sorry about that, but that's the nature of having a bookcase right there, isn't it? So to start off with I'd like to maybe start with the architects, go to the other end. Joe Walker, Jason O'Brien, these guys designed it. We said, we have some architecture here that is either dated or not exciting. We said, wouldn't it be nice if we had one sort of signature piece, something that would improve our front door, that we would all be proud of and enjoy, and something with some light. I don't know who built buildings in the 1970s, but they built these little tiny windows with lots of bricks around them. And so light is not something we have in our older buildings. And look what we have. We have a wonderful, it was just a great concept. It fit in precisely with what we wanted, so we want to thank them. Next, I'd like to introduce the team from the construction company. President, let's see, we got Mike Walsh, and we've got, I guess, CFO, Ed Myers, former board member, past parent. I just got another sort of aging blow. His son is already a senior in college. I would have guessed junior, actually, because it's just going a little bit too fast for me. And along with him is Anthony Messina, who was our supervisor on site, and the guy we worked with on a daily basis, who did a fantastic job. And now the Faisal family. Dr. Mohammad Faisal, you raise your hand, please. Let everybody know who you are. Son Farouk, and also over here filming is son Fahim. Fahim, but you were the first one to come here.
Yes.
Yeah. And by the way, this is from Lake City, every day, twice a day, or more often. And for how many years? 13, 14, something like that. Talk about commitment and dedication. That's unbelievable. But missing from this family portrait right now are the two girls, Farzana and Farha, who are both off doing things with their careers right now that were probably more important than coming back to Gainesville. But we appreciate all of them. I hope you have an opportunity to go read the plaque that's on the wall coming in. I think that says a great deal about the family. And last but absolutely not least, the Shively family. Patty Shively, thank you. Jamie and Blair, thank you guys. Parents, grandparent, and the president of our board of directors, Will Olinger. So. A little bit more about the Faisal family. I just want to let you know that Mohammed was on the board for a number of years. Was a great person to keep us focused on academics at school, at our board meetings. You know, we'd also say, hey, we really did really well at that game the other night. Well, you know, how are the kids doing on other things too, you know? And thank goodness. But we want to thank them so much for their patience. We literally leapfrogged this project 3 times. With other major projects, and maybe twice in 8 years I was asked, so Richard, do you think you will start on this? And very, very politely, nicely, almost, you know, in a way that was apologetically, and frankly, we got into a situation where we would have had some trouble getting this done had not an angel appeared who made this project possible in the end, and that is Patty Shively. So tonight we're really celebrating the opening of a new building. We're also celebrating the naming of an almost new building. A building that was instrumental in the growth of our school, the Early Childhood Learning Center, which thanks to some very, very generous donations and through a great spirit of philanthropy, really, we've been able to name the Early Childhood Building for the Shively family. And I hope you get a chance to go over there and look at the lettering. We had this empty niche for 3 years. It was begging for a name, and now it has a name. We wanted to have ribbons on both, but I actually was the one that demanded we move inside. I walked around for about 5 minutes outside and I almost had to change my shirt. So inside, and yeah, well, you know, it's the truth. We're inside now, and it's wonderful. So I want to say that we at Oak Hall School do a lot of great things, but we stand on some very broad shoulders. The shoulders of support of benefactors. And without the support of these benefactors, we would be a very different place. We'd be here, but I guarantee it'd be kind of nuts and bolts. It wouldn't be the sort of spectacular facilities we're beginning to build now. And that has an effect on the entire Oak Hall community. It lifts us up. It makes us better. And it makes us want to do even more. So I'm very proud to be part of this. It's a group effort, unbelievable team, and thank you for coming. And we're going to cut the ribbon in just a second, but I think Dr. Faisal has a few words he would like to say. Or maybe he wouldn't like, but I asked him to.
Thank you, Richard. I'm not sure I'm as good a speaker as you are, but I will try to just give a few points. First of all, thank you for coming here. And it is indeed a great day for a call, and I'm very excited with Qazi to be here. Why I gave, I think I need to tell you briefly about that. All my life, I've gotten an excellent education in Bangladesh and in the United States through gifts and scholarships from other people. I couldn't be what I am today without their contribution and generosity. And I think that's the foundation which makes me give back, you know. And I wanted to give back to education. And then why will call? You know, to give back to Bangladesh education, my college, my medical school, but why will call? My children and my family had a strong bond with the school. 3 of my children finished high school. They went through elementary, middle school, and high school. And Qazi and I were very pleased with their education. And they have been very successful here, and they continue to be successful in their careers due to the foundation Okal gave. Okal has an excellent cadre of teachers, excellent education. And as Richard said, I was one of the few members in the board that focused not on football or soccer, just their education. And I always did that, I continue to do so. So Oak Hall was really a critical part of their development, and we couldn't be more happier for the children's education. So, but as the children grow and develop, the school needs to grow and develop also. The school cannot provide excellent education going forward without the growth and development. And for that, Qazi and I are very happy to be part of that group. I think it's almost 10 years ago that I was in the board, and I was a strong proponent of the capital campaign. We had 12 members in the board, and a lot of people had reservations. The economy was down, Gainesville is not a town that we can do that. You know, we did that, as Richard mentioned. However, contributing and giving is easy. Really, it is easy if you want to do it, you know. The hard part is having the long-term vision. A vision which is realistic, a vision which is achievable, and a vision, and to work for that vision. We need a group of people who can tirelessly work hard to get the funds to accomplish the vision. And I must say that today I must recognize one person that Oak Hall is very proud to have, its principal, Richard Gaiman. Because when I knew that, you know, Richard was the master behind this long-term vision for Oak Hall. Other board members were there, you know, current board members and Will. But I knew the person behind the vision was Richard. Not only that, Richard has a passion and commitment for Oak Hall. Without these two things, he couldn't succeed. He would knock on doors at 8 o'clock in everybody's house to get funds. Yes, not only in Lake City, in Ocala, in Jacksonville. You know, I don't know how he does it. After looking at all the schools and the teachers and being in basketball game and soccer game, then he's knocking on the door to raise money. And it is, I mean, as I said, giving is easy. The hard part is to have the vision and is to get the funds. And Richard, thank you for all you do for us. We're fortunate to have you. And anyway, and parent support is also very critical. We have a group of parents who are always supportive. So thank you, parents. Thank you, well-wishers. Thank you for your support, and please continue to do so because the work is not complete. Thank you.
Hey, a ribbon cutting is traditional. Look at the size of that ribbon. So we obviously need to have an enormous pair of scissors, which we managed to find. And so I'd like to ask you to come out, and both of you to come out and help cut the ribbon. Yeah. It's so heavy, it takes two. Hope it cuts. And again, we wanted to actually do this twice tonight, but I think we're going to just, what I would like you to do, I would like you, after you have a chance to look around here, also please go to the front entrance of the early childhood building. We've got some ribbons up, those, and take a look at that. That is, the people here have done something wonderful for Oak Hall. We're very thankful. So thank you for your attendance tonight, and have a good rest of the evening and a good rest of the week, and I hope it dries out.